This is question number 5 right in front of you. Question number 5 says that you need to explain how variables and constants should be used when creating and running a program. Now, I have already discussed with you when I was discussing the chapter that what are variables and what are constants. Variables are basically those that change the value, right? That means that you can store their exact value right into that. Whereas in terms, if I talk in terms of a constant are those values that never change. The question says that you need to explain that how you can use a variable and constant when creating and running a program. So you have this here for your 3 marks. So what I can write here for 3 marks, first of all, can be that variables and constants both are used for storing data values. 1 मार्क यहाँ मिल गया. इसके बाद I can write that constants store values that cannot be changed throughout program. For the 3rd mark, I can write whereas variables store values that can be changed. So this is it. Other than that, you can also write, this is for your extra point, right? Like your answer is done till here. You do not need to write anything else than that, but I'm giving you it for just for your information that you can also write that variable and constants should have a meaningful identifier. Meaningful identifier means a meaningful name so that you can call upon them.
सर इसमें ये लिख सकते हैं कि दोनों की मेमोरी जो है वो टेम्परेरी होती है.
नो, दोनों की मेमोरी टेम्परेरी होती है बेटा. टेम्परेरी दोनों की मेमोरी कैसे कह सकते हैं? वो वैल्यू तो स्टोर कराता है ना.
जी
मतलब समझा नहीं मैं, टेम्परेरी वैल्यू क्या मतलब?
सर वो डेटा लॉस्ट हो जाता है ना उसमें जब कंप्यूटर पावर ऑफ
क्या
करते हैं.
वो दूसरा कॉन्सेप्ट है. वो ये है कि आपके कंप्यूटर के अंदर अगर कुछ ऑन हुआ हुआ है, सो दैट इज करेंटली बीइंग प्रोसेस्ड इनटू रैम. But if your computer turns off everything, like even your program, if you do not have saved, it is going to be lost because it is stored in your RAM. But you cannot connect this with a variable and constant. This is different. This is means that you are writing within to that program.
ओह सही.
वेरिएबल और कांस्टेंट आप एक प्रोग्राम के अंदर लिख रहे हो. वो जो डेटा लॉस्ट वाली बात है, वो तो हम प्रोग्राम की एग्जीक्यूशन पे बात करते हैं कि जब प्रोग्राम चल रहा है और आपने सेव नहीं किया और लाइट चली गई, कंप्यूटर बंद हो गया, तो फिर आपका प्रोग्राम लॉस्ट होगा. Then I have question number 6. Question number 6 is basically an example of a flow chart. It says that I have a flow chart that represents an algorithm that performs a process on group of values that are input. The algorithm will fail if the first value of any group is 0. An input of -1 will terminate the algorithm. Okay, I have this algorithm and along with that, I have this table right here. Now, I need to complete the trace table for the input of the data. I have some values given here. The first value that is given here is 25, but before running that piece of code, let me first set the initial values. So first of all, it is a start. total is 0, count is 0, then it says input value. So I'm going to add total 0, count 0, then it says input the value. The first value right here is going to be your value of 25. Is value equals to 0? Is 25 equals to 0? Yes or no? No. Is value equals to -1? Yes or no? No. That means that whatever the value is in your total, it should be added from the total plus value, and count is equals to count plus 1, and it goes back. So supposingly this, I had the value of 25, and just after that it says that total is equals to total plus value. Right now, what is the value in your total? It says total is equals to total plus value, which means 25 plus 0. So it is going to give you the same value. So it is going to be 20, the same value, because if I add 25 plus 0, it's equals to 25. And then it says count is equals to count plus 1. So this is the first go. Now the second number is 35. अगर समझ नहीं आया तो सेकंड नंबर गौर से देखो. अब सेकंड नंबर मेरे पास क्या है? 35. Input value 35. Now the value that I'm going to write here is going to be 35. Now it says is 35 is equals to 0? Yes or no? No. Is 35 is equals to -1? Yes or no? No. Then total is equals to total plus value. Total is equals to total plus value. Total is equals to total plus whatever it is in your value. So the total column is right here. It says total is equals to total plus value. That means that I have to add this 35, and I have to add whatever is the last value in my total. So 35 plus 25, it is going to give me the value of 60. Are you getting it?
Yes, sir.
Now it says that count is equals to count plus 1. So it goes like the second count right here. So this is also done. Now I am going to have my third value, which is 3. So 3 is going to become right here. Then again, I am going to follow the same thing. Input value 3. Is 3 is equals to 0? No. Is 3 is equals to -1? No. Then total is equals to total plus value, and count plus 1. So this is going to be total plus 1, 63, and count is going to be 3. Now the next value I have right here is 0. So I have written here 0. So let me go up and enter the value of 0 right here. So you can see that input value 0 is value 0 is equals to 0. Yes, it is. That means that now you need to calculate the average, and you can calculate them by having the total divided by count. Total divided by count. Total divided by count, which means that I'm dividing 63 by 3. So 63 by 3, 3 1 is 3, 3 2 is 6, 3 1 is 3. So I'm going to have 21 right here. And I also need to output total is, and whatever the value is in your total. So I need to output this as well right here, that total is, and whatever the value is in your total. The last value in your total is 63. So 63 is going to be written down right here. And then output average is, and whatever the last value is in your average. So I'm going to write here that average is and 21, the last value. So this is it for 0. Then it is starting from right here again. Total 0, count 0. I'm going to make them again 0, 0. So total is going to be 0, count is going to be 0. The next term right here is 57. So I'm doing it a bit quicker way, so it is easy for you. I hope that it's easy for you. So I'm doing it a bit quicker way. 57, 20, 25, 18. So 57 is going to become here, and 57 plus 20 is going to be 77. Count 1, 2. Then again 77 plus 25 is going to be 102. Count 3 and 102. plus 18 is going to be 120 and 4. So the pattern is same. Is it clear, or do you want me to explain you the each one of this?
No, it is clear, sir.
Okay, just after that, I have the another value here, which is 0. Then input value is 0 is the value 0. Then average is equals to total divided by count. G.
सर ये क्वेश्चन स्किप करवा लेंगे वाला सवाल तो आते हैं मुझे.
Okay. So I'm skipping it. I hope that you will complete that. Now B part says that describe the purpose of this algorithm. You need to describe the purpose of that algorithm, and correspondingly, just by looking at this, I can say that it is basically finding an average of some numbers. It is also calculating the total, and it is also checking the value if 0 is entered. So I can write right here that this, what is describe the purpose of this algorithm. So this algorithm is adding together values and finding their average of numbers. This is it for 2 points. 1 mark for adding the values, and the second mark is for totaling an average. You can also write that it is also generating an output. And you can also write that even when 0 is entered, it asks you for a new value. I mean to say that if you enter 0, it asks for you average, so it is also generating an output as well. You can even write that. For question number 7, now 7 is an interesting one which you need to look focusedly. Question number 7 states that there is a string operation. The string operation, the substring quotation mark start number returns a string from quotation beginning at position start that is number character long. Okay, so this is basically giving you a syntax. The syntax is that first of all you have a function. The name of the function is substring. It has 3 parameters. The first parameter is quote. Quote means that it is beginning at the starting position, and that is that number's long. So the first character in quote is in position 1. So it says that I need to write this pseudocode statement to store the string learning never exhausts. I need to extract and display the word the mind from the string. I need to output the original string in a lowercase, and I'm using this function substring. The basic function of a substring is to extract some parts of to a string, right? So first of all, for solving that for 5 marks, I'm going to write that if I have my quotation and I'm going to store this word right here. What is the sentence is that learning, because it says in the first point, store the string, learning never exhausts mind in quotation. So this is what I'm going to do. Learning never exhausts the mind. 1 mark is awarded to you. That means that you have stored this into your quotation mark. Now, for your starting point, you need to enter the value of the number that starts with the value that you want. Like if I want the mind only here, that is into my question that I need to extract and display the mind from the string. इस string में इसमें से सिर्फ the mind निकालना है. तो the mind निकालने से पहले उसकी पोजिशनल वैल्यू में गिनूंगा वो कितनी है. तो यहाँ से जरा गिनते हैं कितनी पोजिशनल वैल्यू है मेरे पास. So it is 1 2 3 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20 21 22 23 24 25th is the point जहां से ये string start हो रही है. So I'm going to write here that the starting point should be your 25th. And it says that numbers character long. Number is the parameter that I have taken. So from right here, I need to count the numbers that I need to take. So this is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So correspondingly, all of them starting from right here are 8 numbers. So I'm going to write that you need to start from 25 and you need to go beyond 8 numbers. This is also done. Now the last part, output the original string in the lowercase. So I'm going to write here output the function substring quotation marks start and number, because the value is already going to be redirected. And at last you can write output lowercase quotation marks. Sorry, code. That means that you have outputted that into an output. इसमें कोई confusion या सवाल?
नहीं सर.
इसके बाद आपके पास है क्वेश्चन नंबर 8. क्वेश्चन नंबर 8 में आपसे कह रहे हैं कि explain why a programmer would use procedure and parameters when writing a program for 4 marks. So first of all, you know it already that we use procedures and parameters so that you do not have to necessarily write those values again and again. You can use them. So I can say that it uses procedures and parameters first of all to allow procedures to be reused again and again without needing to rewrite them. I can also say that I use it uh, to make my program more faster, because procedures can be used again. You can also write that it also saves my time as well. One more point, you can say that it to make your programs shorter and saves time. And you can also write to make programs easy to maintain. आसानी से वो maintain हो सके. So this is it for 4 marks right here. I hope it's understandable. Then I have question number 9. So question number 9 is basically of a logic gates, and now it says that I need to consider the logic expression. So I have here is G. I need to create that with the help of A and B. That means that A and B is first of all connected with a NAND gate. So let me create it right here that A and B should be connected with a NAND gate. So this is it, a NAND gate. This one is done. Then I have is B or C. I think ये हमने किया हुआ है.
जी सर.
B or C is also done. And then not or. Then here it is the NOT gate that has to be connected with an OR. So this is it. The truth table, we have done it already in our class. Other than that, I have question number 10. Question number 10 is regarding a database. It says that there is a database. The name of the table is called horses. Horses is storing the details about the horses that are kept at a horse sanctuary. State the number of records in the database. पहला पार्ट है ए का। ए के अंदर बताने हैं कि इस डेटाबेस के टेबल के अंदर कितने सारे नंबर ऑफ रिकॉर्ड्स है। नंबर ऑफ रिकॉर्ड्स कैलकुलेट करने के लिए लेट्स कैलकुलेट इट। 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18. The number of records in this database field is 18. Give the name of the field that is most suitable to be primary key. Acha, primary key, which one is the unique key? Breed is being repeated, breed origin is being repeated, gender is being repeated, age is also repeated, arrived is also repeated, but code is a value that is not being repeated. So I can write that the field code is the primary key, and the reason is that entry in the field is unique. Then the C part. The C part says that the database table only allow the data types: Boolean, character, datetime, integer, real text. Complete the table to show the most appropriate data type for each field. Each field must be of different. First of all, it has given you field. You need to tell me that the breed. Yes, right one here, breed. You need to tell me that which data type you can refer to. You can see that it has given you all of these names. So breed could be a text from this. Gender was only either male or female, so I can consider it Boolean. Age was only for numbers. It was not in decimal, so I have taken it as integer. And arrived was an example of date/time, and I have solved these by looking at these examples. Other than that, the last part says that complete the SQL structured language to return the code and breed of all the horses whose breeds are originated in Scotland. Now, what you need to do is that you need to write an SQL. You need to write a structured query language, and into that language, you only need to return the code and breed of all of the horses whose breeds are originated in Scotland. So, first of all, it is basically selecting the code and breed. So, the SQL language for selecting it, I'm going to write here. First of all, you need to select it, code and breed. From there, you need to select horses where the breed origin should be only Scotland. ये मैंने सॉल्व किए है टेबल को देखते हुए। एक ऐसा कोड बनाया है जिसमें सिर्फ वो आए जिनकी जो आपकी कोड और ब्रीड में से हो, सो हॉर्सेस में से सिर्फ वो आए जो जिनकी ब्रीड ओरिजिन जो स्कॉटलैंड हो। इस यहाँ तक कोई सवाल?
No, sir.